एनएमसीएच कोरोना पैंडेमिक से लड़ने के लिए बिल्कुल भी तैयार नहीं है। यहाँ की हालत बहुत खराब है। सरकार ने हमें कोई भी प्रोटेक्शन या कोई भी फैसिलिटी नहीं दी है। और यहाँ पे जो मेन पीपीई होता है, पर्सनल प्रोटेक्शन इक्विपमेंट या हजमत सूट, वो यहाँ पे बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। ना ही N95 मास्क है, ना सैनिटाइजर है। यहाँ तक कि जो नॉर्मल सर्जिकल मास्क होते हैं वो भी हमें मुश्किल से मिलते हैं।
What we just saw were the voices of those brave hearts who are standing as frontline warriors to battle against the coronavirus. But the question is that are these doctors well prepared? Do they have sufficient means to protect themselves? Unfortunately, the answer is no. Good morning everybody, my name is Jugan Sethi and today I am here to discuss about the supply chain of PPE and its current scenario in our country. Personal protective equipment or PPE is a means which can be used by health workers to protect themselves under such kind of epidemics or health emergencies. Friends, no matter in today's technology world how much better fabric we are able to design, how much technology we are able to induce in manufacturing of masks and garments, but at the end of the day, if we are not able to supply those masks, those garments to the people in need and in demand in such kind of emergencies, all those technologies of no use. Let us now talk about the current supply chain for the PPE kits in our country and what methods do we have to propose on this.
Well, the supply chain process flow for PPE kits is no different than any other product manufactured in our country. Like most goods in India, the PPE market supply is based on demand. The supply chain disruptions for PPE are particularly risky for medical personnel as COVID-19 rapidly spreads. It is therefore difficult to predict when and how these outbreaks may occur. What we can do as of now is be best prepared for these kind of episodes before they arise. Now, after the outbreak of the COVID-19, the current supply chain for PPE kits and masks have failed tremendously, and we have tried to identify some of the bottlenecks in the current supply chain. Number one, we see that there was no current stockpile of PPE kits with the government ready before they announced for the lockdown. Second, in an interview conducted with the chairman of the Preventive Wear Manufacturers Association of India, they tell us that they were not aware about any kind of standard parameter required for the manufacturing of PPE kit. What they were aware about was that they have to use a medical gown which can prevent fluid transmission. Next we see was that there was a confused timeline on the PPE export ban. On 31st January, India banned on all exports of PPE. However, on 8th of February, the restrictions were relaxed and allowed shipments of surgical and disposable masks. On 19th March, the center issued a notification prohibiting the export of domestically manufactured PPEs as well as raw materials of the same. Because of the bottlenecks in the current supply chain, we have tried to propose a suitable program for the supply chain of PPE kits. What we pitch is that the government should have a basic stockpile of PPE kits, masks, etc. for such kind of epidemics and pandemics. The government should identify manufacturing units domestic as well as globally. Thirdly, the government should have a transparent and comprehensive information about the production capacities of these units, so that the government should know that how many kits we can get per day, per week, per month in such kind of a situation. Also the government should know how much production increase capacities these units can do. The government should set targets for kit requirements region wise, state wise, etc. Most importantly, the government should allocate funds for these MSME because they need to increase their production in such kind of a situation. Also, labor shortage problem needs to be dealt in such kind of situation. In an interview conducted with a North Indian businessman, let's see what kind of a problems he is facing in manufacturing of PPE kits.
Looking at the current demand for COVID-19 healthcare workers, we have arranged an entire workforce which can make around 3,000 kits per day. But because of the lockdown, we are facing a lot of problem to arrange raw material and give the adequate raw material to our converters, and then eventually giving the kits to the end users.
After the outbreak of coronavirus in China, few manufacturers started to orient themselves into manufacturing of mask and PPE kits. The interesting thing is that these manufacturers were from the automobile segment. In India, we can plan to orient ready-made garments and other hosiery garment manufacturers to make PPE kits in terms or in case of emergencies when our certified manufacturers are not able to surge in demand.
No matter how much innovative PP supply chain models we do come up, the question still arises that what options do we still have from here on? We urge the central government to come up with some fresh set of guidelines that clearly state that these are the people who need some PP, they don't need PP, or these are the people who need full amount of PP, so that the allocation of the PPE kits, masks, etc. can be done state-wise, district-wise, etc. And also specifying the amount of quantity requires to be manufactured from here on will be really helpful for the manufacturers. I therefore conclude by saying that with the best possible knowledge I had on the topic and the limited amount of time, I have tried to give in the best possible solution on it, though it requires more intervention. Before I leave, I would like to say that the fight against the coronavirus is going to be long and it's going to be tough. It will drain us all emotionally and financially. I urge you all to stay strong in these tough times and stay home. Thank you.